It's already halfway through the year and we're starting from scratch. By completing SBCs, playing matches, and competing in FUT Champs, we're going to build the best ultimate team that we can in the time available. Welcome to my FIFA 17 halftime road to glory. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the halftime road to glory. Episode number 36 today, and on the screen in front of you is the dream team. I have got to say, I love this team. I absolutely do. There's not really any issues or problems with it, and I've been playing a lot with it because I want to get back into form for Weekend League. And yeah, just get ready for FIFA 18. As you can see there was a Division 1 title, so that was our second one in a row, because if you remember last episode, I said I already had won one of them. And I've won now a second one in a row. We're also going to be completing the Scottish Premiership SBC, and that is very, very nice, because it did for about 20,000 coins deficit, and with that, we managed to get a Griffiths card and 10,000 coins, so I will happily take that. That is going to easily go into that TOTT SBC, but today's episode is all about the daily knockout tournament because there is a pretty nice reward from the daily knockout tournament. I love how EA are now doing this with daily knockout tournaments. It gives us a reason to play during the week, really, because you can actually get some decent rewards. So the daily knockout tournament gives us a team of the tournament's play, and this one's actually going to be tradable, and there's a lot of walkouts in team the tournament, so hopefully we can get one of them. I don't know. You guys will have to see later into the episode, but let's see what we get. Coming up against our first opponent, he's got a pretty bog standard Bundesliga team with Max Kruse up the top. And at this point of FIFA, with this sort of team, I really should be defeating them quite easily. Now we start off the game with Ronaldo with a nice little scoop turn. He's going to smack that one into the back and then to make it a 1-0. And let me just tell you guys a little bit about this match. This was a bit of a whitewash, let me tell you that. We are absolutely going to demolish this opponent, and I'm loving FIFA again. I am absolutely loving FIFA again. A lot of people say this part of FIFA is the dead part because there's not really that much new content, and team of the season's already gone, all the best cards have already come, and there's no reason to work anymore. But we got footy still, we got some premium SBCs, but the main thing is I love playing this game now. I have the best team possible, in my opinion. Well, one of the best teams possible. Obviously, you can upgrade a lot of the players, still a tiny bit more, and there's probably better positions and better players in some positions like Ruud Gullits, Vieira's, but at this point in FIFA, there's not that big of a difference between those sort of players and Effenberg and Khedira and all that sort of stuff. Their stats are pretty insane already, and yeah, I just love playing this game again. It's so fun. It is so fun just running through and playing this game because I'm just loving it, and you can see it in my gameplay because I'm actually winning games by a substantial amount, and that hasn't happened in quite a bit of time. Now, obviously, this isn't FUT Champs, but it is competitive FIFA still, and we're doing well, so it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to do next weekend. Now, coming up into the second match, this was actually a very tough opponent, I have to say. He has been playing since the start of FIFA, because you can see that he has that Douglas Costa, and that was from the Screamer items, I believe. That was from October, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting player to come up against, but there was only one real goal in this game. It comes from a bit of combination play between Lukaku and Son, and besides that, I really couldn't break down this opponent. I kept on hitting the post a whole bunch, yeah, and that was about it. I mean, the game ended 1-0, and it was a very boring game in the end of it. But don't worry, guys, don't worry. Third game in, we are absolutely going to ruin our next opponent. As you can see, he's got a very nice team. He's got Alexis Sanchez on 4 chem, and and just a very decent team. And the SBC Fernandinho was actually doing work for this opponent. However, we are going to open up the scoring here. Ronaldo breaking through, and he's able to slot that past the pink Futties Butland. And I gotta say, this Futties Butland, he isn't that amazing. Like, I've been able to score a lot of goals against him, and maybe it's just because I'm trying a bit harder, or I don't know what it is. I'm using the OP meta shots. But besides that, like, he isn't anything outstanding. So, I don't know what a lot of the fuss is about it. A bit of a lucky goal there from my opponent to make it 2-1. It was like a shot that was a pass, that was a header, so yeah, I don't know about that one. But we are able to come straight back. Suarez with a bit of LTRT threads in through Ronaldo, and it's a similar type of shot with Lukaku. I don't know what it is about that shot, but the sliding, like, jab is a shot I do quite a bit, and at least it gets the goals. At least it gets the goals. Messi getting absolutely ruined there and threads it through to that Alexis Sanchez. Even on 4cam, he is absolutely deadly. And he is going to go back to 3-2. But besides that, from this point onwards, it was pretty much all us. And this goal I was very proud of. The little 1-2 combination plays to Messi. It was absolutely sensational goal. I was like jumping up and down on my chair. I was like, oh, I'm feeling this game again. And I feel like I felt like when I wasn't playing FIFA that much, when I was playing FIFA that much before I took the break, I really couldn't find my way with certain players. Like Ronaldo wasn't scoring for me, Messi wasn't scoring for me. I was getting into a bit of a rut. I wasn't able to make creative opportunities. But now I've come back to it. I really see how overpowered these cards are. And unfortunately for me, it took me that break to get back into this groove. Effenberg here with a nice little double tap past the keeper, and Effenberg's an absolute sensational card, I have to say. He did surprise me a tiny bit, but he's been doing absolute work. And we're going to finally finish off the game here. Suarez with a nice little through ball to Messi. He finds a bit of open space and makes that 7-2. And at this point, we're going through to the final very convincingly. So yeah, I'm loving FIFA again. I'm just loving FIFA again. It's a good time. It is a good time. Messi, Ronaldo, Effenberg, Suarez, everyone getting on the score sheet. We managed to make this one 7-2, and we go into the final against our opponent. And yeah, this was a pretty good game, I have to say. And in this game, my Ousmane Dembele, you will see why he is potentially the best card in FIFA. And that's a big claim. That is a very big claim. However, Ousmane Dembele is an absolute monster. Lukaku here threads it through to Ousmane Dembele, and he just burns his opponent. Double tap, finesse, pass to the keeper to make it 1-0. And at this point, it's pretty much like my opponent's already on the back foot. And this is the combination I love. I'm loving right now. Lukaku holds up the ball through to Dembele. Dembele burns the opponent once again. Dembele doing Dembele type things. And 2 goals within 7 minutes. He is doing absolute work. You guys will see my goal to game ratio. I know it isn't against the top flight of opponents, but Dembele, man, he is something special. Maybe not against like the really strong physical opponents that just press you constantly, but against these opponents who just kind of stand off and don't do that much and just kind of let you attack them. My days, Dembele is doing stuff. Dembele with a nice little double and the finesse there, and Son hits the post, but look at this goal. Lukaku lasers off to Pogba, and Pogba with the smash. And that's the sort of goal where I would not have seen that before I take my break. It's one of those sort of goals where I've simplified my gameplay down to just pass it and shoot it. I would have tried to hold it up there and try to turn with Lukaku, but the pass off, the layoff is just too tempting. And Pogba's able to make it 4-1, and then we are finally going to make it 5-1, the cross in, and we get a bit of lucky there with the bounce, but Lukaku's strength is able to hold off his opponent and make it 5-1. And to finish off the game, we're going to have one final goal. We're just passing it around once again. Dembele and the cheeky little through ball, man. Like, he does some stuff that just surprises you. And it's not surprising at all. His stats are insane. He's pretty OP all the way across the board. So, we managed to win the daily knockout tournament, and yeah, 6-1 in the final. That is absolutely sensational. 14 shots on target, 14 shots and 10 on targets to my opponent's 10 and 8. But a pretty even match. And as you guys can see, Romelu Lukaku, the capitano of the BPL team, he is gonna lift the trophy, and yeah, pretty much lift the trophy for our team. And I'm loving the teams, guys. It is at this point where I realize that it's more about just having fun at this time in FIFA, not really stressing, and just playing the game and having fun. Come on, it's the end of FIFA, guys. Don't take it too stressful. Just try and see out this FIFA on a good note. Try and get the cards that you want to play with and play with them, and then just end FIFA. Now, as you can see right now, I am currently doing some of the bronze pack method as well as selling on my gold fitness cards, but that is not what we're here for. We are here for the team and the tournaments player. So, what are we going to get? I wonder what we are going to get. Obviously, it's not going to be a walkout, unfortunately, and it's actually going to be the left back man from the French League, from AS Monaco, Sidibe, and that's actually a decent card. I gotta say, out of some of the crappier ones you could have got, Sidibe is a decent one, because he's actually a pretty usable card. He's got, like, if you put an anchor card on that, he's got a decent enough card, and he's probably going to be useful for an SBC down the line. We've seen from EA that, a lot of the times when they offer us something, he's useful for an SBC immediately straight afterwards. So we'll keep hold of that, and maybe we can sell them on at a later date. But this is what I'm talking about: 13 games and 29 goals for Ousmane Dembele. And you might be saying that assist ratio is way too low. No, it isn't, because he's making up for the goals. He is the guy up the front that I just feel like he's always like breaking through the defense, breaking through my opponent's defense. It is sensational how well he breaks down an opponent. He makes amazing runs, and he's just an absolutely ridiculous card. And for 530k, I absolutely love him. Now, let's talk a bit about the other cards I purchased last episode. Alexandro, 13 games, 2 assists. He's actually a very decent upgrade on his normal card. There's not much to complain about there, because he's just solid. I said Alexandro's normal card is the best left back in the game, and his team seasons just amplifies that massively. Stefan Effenberg absolutely destroys the midfield. He's not dead by the end of the game, unlike Kadira, which is absolutely very nice. And he is very good in that midfield. So a very tall midfield in that midfield, and they're just bossing the midfield. And Philipp Lahm, let me just give a small little, like, you know, a small little clap, a little round of applause for Philipp Lahm, because let me just say, Philipp Lahm, his interceptions are absolutely amazing. He does stuff that I don't expect. He keeps up with the Ronaldos, with all those sort of players, and he is he's the complete right back. So Alexandro and Philipp Lahm at the left back and right back position, they are absolutely amazing. But as you can see, we have won another Division 1 title, 8-1, and that pretty much puts us in about 30 games for the week. So 45k for playing 30 games, that's all right. I will take that. But it isn't obviously the best. They really need to revamp those Division 1 rewards, and as you can see, that brings us up to 69,000 coins. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Unfortunately, it was a bit backdated. Next episode, you will be catching up with me with all of the stuff. I'm just really busy over this next part of the week. So I'm not going to have time to record it. I will be posting it all on Twitter, so you guys would have seen that if you follow my Twitter. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We've got pretty much the dream team on both teams. Maybe Kyle Walker, Pogba, maybe Emre Can to Dele Alli or something like that. But besides that, it's pretty much the dream team. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to smash the thumbs up, drop a subscribe, and leave a comment down below telling me how you're going on in the FIFA. Are you still enjoying it? Have you quit? Is it dead for you? But in the next episode, guys, we will be continuing with some Foot Champs gameplay. Thank you guys so much for watching.